I believe we have gone live.
That is remarkable. We are live,
Remarkable.
by the way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. Probably not familiar with this voice leading us off tonight, but it is Les Force running the show tonight, joined with me, doing color for Game 1. Some refer to him as Bugler, some refer to him as Bongleberry Finn, some refer to him as just Short. We've got Bugleberry Finn.
Oh my
How you doing?
God, you have all the control, and all of a sudden you're so fucking ready to flame me. By the way, I like Bongleberry the best. I think that's the most fun. Bugler makes me feel like I am a villain. Like no one's the fucking Bugler, and it's a good guy. Oh, it's the Bugler. No one's happy about me showing up if that's my name.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Bugler's like kind of a sleeper name. I mean, it's only like one letter more than your standard name, right? So
Yeah, it's actually the way they spell it. I think it's actually the same amount of letters. Hey, Kivino Takino, thanks for showing up. Yeah, finals in all caps. Thank you. Yeah, this was going on. Are we in the draft ready? Or we got a couple seconds.
Yeah, I think we got a couple seconds. Got a quick pull up the draft here.
I do want to give. I won't be casting this whole series, but I want to give a quick warning while Les Force is changing some slides here. And the quick warning I'm going to give is my girlfriend is having girls' night at our place right now, and they are all lit watching reality TV. So if anyone ever comes in this room at any point tonight and starts popping off, I just want you to know that that's on the table. Like, that could happen at any moment.
Are they having a girls' night because it's economy finals, or is it like in spite of that fact?
It's definitely in spite of that fact, but it was just very loud, and something must have happened in the reality TV show. But
gotcha. Well,
two really big orgs playing tonight.
Yeah, that's the story here for Econ. Serenity, obviously they've been around a super long time. I think they've been around longer than I have in the LBLCS, and then SNC, a little newer to the scene, but they made finals last season. They're back here in finals this season. Looks like one of the teams is ready, so we should be getting started any second here. But
yeah, they're gonna take Wildstar's Kled right off the table actually to start too, and the Xerath is gonna follow immediately after. So big respects to Vader use choke early on, taking away that Xerath off the table. I'm expecting a Kavino Takino ban as well. I'm expecting MF. There it is. Just as I was about to say it, it gets banned and taken away. The Nocturne also can be taken off the table. That's a super powerful champion in Econ. You turn the lights off to cause disorganization, and it's really powerful here.
Yeah, it's also just like super good at the moment with those jungle changes. Nocturne can be pretty healthy. Take away the Jarvan from SNC. As someone who's been abusing Jarvan all season, very strong jungler still. I'm a little surprised that SNC left up the Sivir. Maybe they're trying to bait Kavino Tacino into that pick, but we'll see what their B1 is. Gonna dictate.
Crazy surprise. I'm gonna say that J4 more impactful just because of like the meta of economy normally is you're picking wombo combo 5s compositions where you're going to team fight as often as possible. Serenity really holding this first pick. It is going to be the Vygar from Vader use choke. That is his primary go-to immediately after that Xerath. So very, very safe pick. It's also what is their logo. Their logo.
Yep.
So
yeah, you gotta wonder like, hey, their logo's Vygar. Do we consider banning the champ? It's not like it's
their logo off the table.
It's not technically in the name, but Veigar does do a bit of control alt deleting. It's gonna be a Trundle pickup here. I'm assuming we're gonna see that in the jungle. Could go top. Could technically go support. That's a little ambitious for my liking, but
flex picks on the side of red side are a lot stronger just because you can hold them and get the double bans in. And these are two flex picks technically. Mm-hmm. Although I would expect that Lux to be I'm not. You know what? No, the last time I said something like this, I was dead wrong. I'm gonna hold my tongue, Les Force.
Can't be proven wrong if you say nothing at all.
That's right. I can't look like a fool. Well, I can still look like a fool, but not for getting it wrong. What's your guess force though for it?
By the way, I went back and watched part of that, and that was one of the dumbest things I think I've ever experienced. You guys were just rattling them off for like a solid 10 minutes during that
Well,
pause.
we had a pause. Yeah, there was a pause. We had to. Like, it was on the tip of our tongues. The Jinx changes, we've
Oh,
talked about these less for us. These are crazy.
the absolutely insane, and SNC immediately going to pick up that Wildstar Gwen top. Jinx is so ridiculous at the moment, and SNC are going to need something that can get onto this Jinx, because if they give over one reset, there's a good chance they're giving over 5. They're banning away the
Yeah.
Quinn, trying to protect Wildstar here. You know, you're picking the Gwen kind of blind, so it's like, hey, we pick this on 3, and then we're going to ban away the best things the other team has into it.
I am looking at this draft right now, and I'm looking at the team comps. Just what they have right here. I'm expecting ADCs to be banned. Yeah, we see one already taken off the table. The Quinn taken away from the top lane, so Gwen has a safe lane. The Jack's going to follow, right? So that Mango Legend can't get their hands on something that can do well into the Gwen. No Counter-Strike BS. This is really dangerous because Janna's super strong into Trundle, but if the pillar gets down and Gwen gets close, she can negate the peel that Janna has, and she can get right up on the carries.
Yep.
And that is going to be the biggest problem in this game if they can't deal with it. So they're going to need a really strong top laner to at least not let Gwen get ahead. So I think if Gwen gets ahead, this game gets off the rails very quick.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna have counter, and it's gonna be a Sivir on the bot side. So that's a pretty safe, answer into the Jinx. You're probably not gonna be at risk of dying early. You're probably not gonna outright win early either. But really big pick here coming up for Serenity on Mango Legend. Gonna need to see a really good top laner here. Lilia currently actually just gonna get locked right in as that jungle engage.
So they really like the Lilia, and the Ornn. I thought they might pick something like the Ornn because it is so team fighty, right? They're trying to draft around their 2 hyper carries. It's the Vygar Jinx angle. They want to get late. They want to make sure they're big meaty boys that can stand in front. Ornn's one of those. Lilia lets them have some other opportunities to start fights from a distance. But I'm worried about that Ornn top. If Trundle can get up there and abuse him, Ornn's also a great target to drop your ult on to get super tanky. And they're going to go with this Sona in the bot lane too.
It's very interesting. Typically you don't see, R5 support. I guess they were just kind of banking on the, like, hey, this Lux can still go either spot. And then they kind of, pull a bit of a, trump card and put the Sona bot and then the Lux mid lane. That's very spicy to me. I don't know about you. And they are just jumping right into
game. It's a great
game.
use of the flex. I think that they were like, okay, we're going to pick Trundle, we're going to pick Lux. They lock in the Gwen before they have 2 bans, so I really like that they're negating the things that you could play into it, right? They're saying, okay, we're going to pick Gwen, and then we're going to double ban top, so we can get a really favorable matchup. They have a matchup at least where Gwen should be able to farm incredibly safely, if not have a really demanding lead up there. So I'm interested in where these junglers path, because when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, if Jinx or Vygar gets ahead, we're doing great. But on the other hand, if Gwen starts to get ahead, these team fights are going to be a real problem.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting on SNC. They don't really have much, like, in terms of a go button. You got a Trundle with the pillar, and you've got Lux, hitting the binding, but they don't have, that simple kind of engage, from like a tank or a support or anything like that. So they're going to have to be, I think SNC is going to have to be at these big objectives first. I think they're going to have to, set up their vision, get Wildstar on this Gwen in those like creative flanking spots, because I think it's gonna be hard to just kind of brute force your way into like a Janna, into a Vygar, even like into the Ornn. I think they're just gonna have to have some creative angles here, but I do think a Wildstar could run rampant this game. Side note, I don't know if you saw, but we have already had a It Takes Two cashed in on you.
I did take it.
Oh, you did take it already.
I did take it. I have it right next to me. I also pre-gamed 3 full 10 seconds because the last time I was casting Sammy cashed in 3. I couldn't do them because I had to get up early the next day. I said, I promise I'll pre-game them next time. So I have done those already. So we're 40 seconds in.
We're 40 seconds in already.
So I'm already cruising a little bit. Pickle Hater flaming me in chat. We won that game. So say what you want, Pickle Hater. Here's what I'm going to say about the team fights. Because you're like, they got to get there first. They got to get those neutral objectives first. I think if Lux can pull off the burst that Lux can do on a simple target like the Vygar and blow Janna protection early in these fights, that's going to be massive. Or if Gwen and Trundle can be successful going in on the same target to start fights, they can also have a really successful fight. The biggest issue is if Gwen and Trundle use big cooldowns early, and Lilia and Janna can just kite back. That's going to be the biggest issue for them here, because Janna is a master of kiting back. Super easy to. Even if Sivir drops that ultimate, you can kind of just run away, get the healing, get the knockbacks, get the slows, get the shields. Super annoying. Veigar can drop the cage if you really need to. So you have to be successful the first time you're initiating. If you're not successful the first time, Janna might get resets with Jinx here, and you could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. We got wrapping up the picks here. Going to have our signature 3-minute spectator delay. So you've laid out the land here. You're saying this is how SNC is going to win. This is how Serenity's going to win. But where does Buggle lie here? You know, who do you think's coming out? This is a 5-game series.
Let's start a prediction. Economy finals, G1. Blue side is Serenity. Red side is SNC. Right? Let's get it going. 5 minutes here on the prediction. Now, I'm normally wrong. However, let me be honest for a second here. I did get a lot of executive right, the executive finals. I'm sitting on like 20K right now.
20? That sounds... I mean, we've been doing this a lot for a long time now.
That's
I don't think I've ever heard you have more than like 5 at any one time.
It's the most I've ever had, to be very, very honest with you.
So you're on a bit of a heater. So the question is, you know, where are you going in this?
19.2K.
Oh, well, that's not 20,000.
That's not 20,000.
That's like false advertising, I think.
That is false advertising. If I'm looking at these, the simplicity of the draft from the side of Serenity has my heart. That is how I like to play the game. You're a unit of 5. You depend on each other. You need each other to win the game. The Ornn can help. Peel can also help engage. Janna doing the same. Veigar cage is super effective. Lilia can make sure you can engage from range. Jinx is so powerful right now. On the other side, Gwen is a terrifying menace that eats children, and I don't like her. And Lux can absolutely just 100-0 you. So I think if I was playing with my heart, I was like, what team do I want to be on? I would tell you Serenity. But I might be putting my schmeckles on SNC this game, because I think if Gwen gets off the mark, it's going to be really hard to get back into the game. Where are you putting your schmeckles, those Force?
Well, and this is where it kind of, being a gambler, you know, you have to take into consideration the odds, right? Because I do think that Jinx is absolutely crazy right now, and I think that Kavino Tocino has been one of the best 80 carries in economy this season. So that's like my first thought. But then I look at the predictions and I see that it's 65-35 in favor of Serenity.
Sure.
There's just not many schmeckles to be made on the Serenity control at deleted side. So as a gambler at heart, I think I'm going to put my money on SNC. But
Gonna play with the odds.
Yeah, this is like an odds angle, I think. And as I see that they jump up, as soon as I say I'm betting on SNC, I saw 5% go in favor of Serenity. So that's what we're locking in, I think. Not a ton. We're gonna like feel out the series. You know, it is 5 games. Don't want to.
I'll do my 10 more right now while he's talking. Sammy, go ahead.
Yeah, don't want to blow all my schmeckles here early, but I'll put a little bit here on SNC. Yeah, Katatu saying, I bet Sam's gonna show up and do multiple It Takes 2 to Tangos. We're already at 2. I would put the line at probably like 7 from Sammy 2 Slap. He is a fan of, you know, bullying Buggle.
I hope Sammy 2 Slap loses fucking schmeckles so we can stop doing this to me. That's what I hope. Hey Sammy, who'd you put my? Oh, you put it on 2. Jesus fuck. So you're gonna get even more if you win. Holy hell.
Yeah. And you notice how it's like only out for you.
Just to counter Sammy, that's where I'm putting mine.
Yeah, so you're betting on
counter Sammy by betting on the same thing he's betting on.
That's what?
Because you know why? Why? You tell him why. How often am I right?
Like 50% of the time.
No, it's way less.
No, but like in theory it should be 50%, right? You know, it's like it either is or it isn't type of deal.
It should be, but it ain't. That ain't how it go.
That ain't.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Buggle don't bet good. It's what it do. It's a classic poem.
What a rhyme.
Thank you, bud. Going into game 1 here. Gonna get pretty swifty.
Pretty swifty.
Pretty swifty in here.
All right, let's take a look at the skin game we got going here. I see.
Wow. Star Guardian Jinx Janna combo. That's pretty real.
There's a lot of like lights and colors with these skins. I'm a little surprised.
They're very organized for sure.
You know, it's a highlighted comment. Fewer things in life are guaranteed. Quite like seeing a LeChancelic's toes within the first 10 minutes of the stream. Thank you, Wetalini. It's true. I hear there might be a LeChance guest appearance later on today.
There might be. It's going to cost the crowd a lot more takes twos, though, for me. For LeChance to get in here. I'm at a solid 0% loading in. I just want to share that with you.
I'm also at 0%. I was wondering if it was
0%.
just me. The skins, they're very high res, so it's just taking a really long time to load them in. Oh.
Listen, Doubtspart, I got a lot of schmeckles right now. I'm not really in favor of resetting right now. I'm kind of like swimming in money. So, I am in. Your screen is still not showing that you're in. Are you in?
I am in.
You might have to unlock that screen real quick.
Let's
I'll tab and find out.
Let's hopefully see why this is not pulling up here.
While you figure it out, I'm gonna slowly talk about what's happening.
Yeah, it's a bit of an audiobook here to start.
The audiobook here to start. Guys, what you can't see on your screen right now is what's happening in this rift, and it is a classic 5-man start from both teams. Everybody is actually being super respectful and dancing. Vader used choke, being the least respectful, trying to get damage onto Phallic Phenom, which is a name I did not talk about enough, but Phallic Phenom is a really good name. Oh yes, I'll do my next 10. I'm clearly covering right now. Let me cover. Vader Use Choke has the least amount of health. He does get a Q stack off onto the Lux, though. Big play you guys missed. Oh, your screen went a bunch of different colors and then fully black, and now it's there again. There it is.
Oh, that's a disaster. I quickly closed out because I was going to try and reboot. Let me
You can reconnect, you get right back in. And then what we'll do is we'll drag it underneath your overlay, and you will be a golden little boy. Guys, both... hey, Feisty One, this is what you expect from low budget. This is Less Force first time streaming. Be gentle. Be kind to Less Force. Thank you, Feisty One. Thank you. Gosh. Okay. Feisty One's super chill, by the way. I played with Feisty One. We lost 2 of our 3 games we played together, and they didn't flame me once.
Yeah, Feisty One, captain of Suboptimal Gaming. Really like those guys over there. Had a big series earlier this week. I think it was on Friday night. Let me trying to work under the hood here. Hopefully.
Oh, guys, there's been no kills yet. You're not missing anything. In fact, the only thing that you've missed is Vader Use Choke missing a CS. It's the only thing really noteworthy on the screen that's happened so far. Any Vader Use Choke fans out there? He missed one CS in the first 2 waves.
So High Vega is a big Vader Use Choke fan. One of his MVP candidates in Econ this season.
Wiki18 is a big fan. Guys, don't you love this gameplay? Don't you love this non-stop gameplay right now? Hell yeah. Guys, still 0-0 the score. You've missed nothing. We're just extending the prologue here. It is economy final, so don't worry. We could have fun now. This is gaming. Thanks, Gaptatsu. Oh, yeah, Random Brute. Oh, Random Brute's an absolute monster. I played against him this season. Fucking stud of a player. Ooh, nice damage from Sivir that you guys weren't able to see right there. Don't worry. No one's died yet. We're almost at 3.5 minutes into this game right now. We've gained viewership. No one sees the game right now. We know. I'm just doing a little voiceover while we fix that. So, don't worry. There's been no kills. both teams are being super respectful of the fact that they're not on air right now. And they're deciding not to kill each other. It's also game 1 of a best of 5, so they're a little nervous probably. They don't want to be the first death and embarrass themselves and sully the name of their organization.
Yeah, I also think with their comps, they're not like super early game, right? You've got like a Jinx Janna, you got what was that, a Sivir Sona. Like there's not gonna be a ton of action the first couple minutes, so we're just scaling up to the point where the action is gonna come in, I think.
Yeah, this is the lowest budget that we get so far. You're still like we still can't see anything. It's funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to cook up an idea here. Trying to see how I can get myself back into the action.
You'll get there. Okay, chat. Are we going to have Less Force get the screen up before the first kill happens? We're 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the game right now. Taking bets in chat. I can paint the picture. Star Guardian, Janna, and Jinx fighting in the bot lane right now. Back and forth. Doing a good job dodging the cues that Sivir throws out. Jamie's Turn TV is the name of that player. For less just because he's doing nothing is a hilarious one from Sammy 2 Slap. Really good poke out of Phallic Phenom, one of the best names in the game right now. Thanks, Makes. Thanks, bud. We're doing our best. Menta one might actually go for a gank right here. We could see the first kill before Less Force is able to get it up. Less Force sweating in the background. I picture you're like that guy who's like gonna push either button and it's like show the stream or don't show the stream and you're like sweating, like wiping your brow. It's 2 red buttons and you don't know which one to put.
So I've identified the problem. And I don't know if you can check your DMs real quick, but there is the problem. And I'm trying to think how to resolve
I'll check
said
my
problem.
DMs while I cast the game in the
Yeah. It's like you can just like probably make up words on what's going on in the game, and like they'll have to believe you, right? Because there is.
Kevino Tokido might be your friend. Is he your friend?
He is not my friend.
Okay. All right, we're gonna figure it out, chat. Chat, stay right there. Nobody move. I'm gonna override the stream. Are you ready? We're gonna get it done. Hang on, chat. We're gonna get it done. This is awesome, by the way. You're gonna friend Kevino Takino immediately after this game, so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Less Force is gonna do a really good job today, being color casting, seeing this stream at the same time as all of you guys. Okay. Hang on 1 second. We'll get it rolling, boys.
Putting the low budget in the low budget LCS, I
should override right now. Oh, can you stop streaming?